Hi, thanks so much for joining Salpo's deep dive on our integration with RingCentral, which is a call recording and logging communications function. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, if you're using Chrome or a Mac computer, there are a couple of different things you're going to need to do than if you're using a PC computer. On the Mac Chrome browsers, you'd have to add the RingCentral extension. So all I've done is Google RingCentral for Google, and it popped up within the list of results under the Chrome Web Store. And right now mine is saying remove from Chrome because I've already added the extension. But if you haven't added it, it would just say like add or upload, download here. And then it just gives you this R for RingCentral in the top corner of your browser screen. You'd have to do the same in your Windows PC browser. We do recommend using Chrome. It's the preferred browser type for different software services, so we always do recommend Chrome. And then depending if you're using a PC or not, you may have to download one of the RingCentral phone apps just to have it on your laptop or computer. Other than that, you shouldn't have to do anything. It's just installing this web browser extension, and then you can go ahead and get it set up in Salpo. So if I'm in Salpo here, I just need to navigate over to my control panel and then the integrations page. And at the bottom, you'll see RingCentral is one of the options. Mine is marked as active right now because it is live. But if I click on more details, you'll see here that it's toggled as green. But this is where I would see it as deactivated previously, and then I would enable it and it would show as green. So that's what turns it on and gives your users the ability to enable their own RingCentral extension line and things like that. Once it is enabled, you'll see this RingCentral widget down at the bottom, which is minimized right now. I'll open it back up after showing you how I've enabled it for my user type. So I'm going to navigate to my username in the top right corner and then click on that. And under there, there's my user-specific integrations. So clicking on there, I now have a RingCentral box. If RingCentral was disabled, I would not see this box. So right now, it's enabled under the control panel, so it is available for me to turn on. Mine's already showing as active because I've already turned it on, but I'll click on more details in here and then I would just enable it for myself. So again, your control panel admin user has to enable RingCentral, and then each user who would be using the integration needs to enable it on their own login. As soon as that happens, this RingCentral window will pop up here and it's enabled for you. You might have to log in and just put in your login number and then your password, but that's it and all you need to get started. So let's go ahead and give somebody a call. I'm going to look up Concoction Restaurant in here, which is just an organization that we have in our demo system. And you'll see I have a phone number here. Right now as well, you'll see that there's two different phone number styles. This one has +44. This is RingCentral's preferred format. So it ignores the leading 0 prior to the local numbers. You'll need to make sure that you're entering in phone numbers in this format right now. We're looking to expand that functionality in the future so that it's not restricted to only this one format. Let's start with looking at dialing in. So you can see here that this phone number is already on the system. This is our office phone number. What I'm going to do is go ahead and ring from the office phone number and call my RingCentral number. In this widget here, you have all of the same functionality that you would normally have in RingCentral. So I can change which outbound I'm calling from or how I'm going to be receiving numbers. I can toggle between the different options, whether I'm sending a message, looking at my call log, looking at my contact list, and some other menu options like scheduling a conference and other settings. Under the settings option, under calling, I want to make sure that my calls are using my browser. That's the only setting that you have to adjust in here. Usually it pre-populates for you, so you don't have to worry about it. And for my audio, right now I have a headset logged in or plugged in, so you'll see that it's defaulted to the headset. If you want to change this and use your computer mics and anything like that, you'd need to change your output and input devices. I'm going to turn my phone on. I have the office phone with me right now, and I'm calling the 388-423 number right now. It's just telling me, like, please hold while we transfer your call. And you'll see here that it's ringing. So I have the standard functionality that's available here, and you'll see that this is marked as unknown, even though we do have that phone number in the system. Right now, this is an error from RingCentral's widget, and they are working on correcting that. Once that's updated, you'll then see the contact log name that's coming in. So that was if I'd missed a call, and you'll see it just closes out, nothing happens. So now I'm going to answer the number. We're going to do one more option where it's recognized a phone number in here, and one where it hasn't. So now that I've hit answer, you'll see that the contact is listed up in the top right corner, and I have the contact's phone number, so then now what I'm going to do here is click view profile, and it will take me to their profile. I was already on it, but it will then load in for you and take you to their profile page. Directly from there, I have access to any of the information that we've recorded on them within Salpo. I have also the same functionality in this widget that I would have in a typical RingCentral call pad. So I can transfer this, record the call, use a keypad, bring in other conversation contacts to the conversation, things like that. Once I go ahead and hang up this call, you'll see under the communications tab that a call log is created. So you'll see that happened at 10:50, and it will mark that time in here for me. I can then edit and adjust any notes that I have in here. Again, it doesn't record the call. We are looking at that for some future functionality extensions. But I'll click in here and it'll say call via RingCentral, and I may want to add in here demo interest, and it will log the concoction restaurant and the user as who the call took place with. I have my start and end date. I can tag this with any specific opportunities. So this works exactly just like a typical Salpo communication when you're adding it in. I can attach any files, draw any other user's attention, things like that. I'm just going to hit save, and you'll see here that then the demo interest shows up. So if you click on that phone number, I am dialing out now, and you'll see it's gone to an unknown. Our phone line is busy, so I'm getting a busy signal right now. And so what I'm going to do is just hang up. Because the call did not take place, it does not record a log within the communications. Now let's see what happens when I'm calling somebody. So that's how you would call outbound from the Salpo system. I just have to click on the phone number and then it dials out. Now let's see what it looks like if it doesn't recognize a phone number within the system. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that number. And now I'm going to call in again to the 388 phone number. So it said, please hold while we transfer. And here it is again. The message is coming, or the call is coming through. I'm going to click answer, and you'll see here it says unknown, because this time it is actually an unknown number or contact in the system. So what I can do is I can create a new individual, create a new organization, or update an existing contact. Since I know this is coming from Concoction Restaurant, I'm just going to hit update existing contact, which then gives me the ability here to search the Salpo contact listing. So I'm going to type in Concoction Restaurant. I'll grab that, and then from here I can update and view the profile, or just update, and it will leave me on my current screen. I'm going to hit update and view profile though. It will now have taken me to that contact's profile page, and if I hit refresh, then you'll see that it has the number that we just dialed in from stored as one of the contact phone numbers listed. So you'll see here on the right side of the screen, it's now added that 1-242-701-783 number. And you'll see that the communication is also recorded. That's how the integration works. You can dial outbound, transfer calls, record the communications, and then update team members and staff about conversations you've just had by sharing the communications like you normally would in Salpo. You can receive calls and identify who that contact is and pop that contact's profile record as soon as it's come in. If you have any other questions or want to learn a little bit more about the RingCentral integration with Salpo, or just RingCentral in general, please feel free to reach out to our marketing or the support@salpo.com teams, and we will get in touch. Staff from either team will be able to assist you and make sure that you get to the appropriate contact. So thanks so much for joining today, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.